We'll look up
So,
the Doppler when we start heading out.
Yeah. So in Nebraska, we have a lot of really weird weather. Earlier this week, it snowed. Whoa, shit. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wow. Damn, dude. The front right tire is bottom.
That's suspect. 2 weeks ago, it was decent. What, like high 40s, 50s? We had one weekend where we hit 60.
A week ago, when I did the doors on the 240, it was gorgeous.
Previous week, it snowed, and then it was decent for a little bit. Overnight, we had an ice storm. We're about to go driving that. No, actually, it's my mom's.
Alrighty, here we go. Holy shit.
Oh, my bad. See what I got. Use my ID.
Fight fire was fire, Danylo.
Oh. Okay, you got a real one.
Surprise, surprise, we left late again, and missing the three bands that we originally came for. That's alright. Yeah, it do be like that sometimes.
So it's now 4:10 in the morning. We just got back from Iowa City. Show was great. Didn't vlog anything while we were there. Mason's still a bitch. Goodbye.
Danylo apparently can't have a car for more than a week without getting coilovers for it. So what we're doing now is we're going to go over. It's Sunday about 6 o'clock. We slept in super late after that show. And what we're going to do is go start working on the coilovers on the E36. And for me, I just look absolutely fresh as fuck in my 1940s overalls. Hey Dan. How's it going?
Alright, not too bad. A lot easier than I thought it'd be, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You're already almost done with the fronts then? Or well, this one anyways.
Yeah. Now I'm looking for a fucking extension.
Is it not that rusty?
I mean, it is, but it's like they're breaking loose pretty easily.
Ooh, should we make those again?
Yes, definitely.
I think they sold really well.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes of vlogging this clip, and I just deleted probably 13's uhs. So guys, how much you get the coilovers for?
What's a fun activity actually that we can get people to guess for these?
Yeah, guess in the comments below.
How much I got my coilovers for? I'll give you a hint. They're Jom coilovers from ECS Tuning, and they were bought 2 weeks ago. So that should be your hint. There you
So
go.
if they get it right,
oh shit.
you get absolutely nothing. Hey Danylo, how many times have you hung out while I worked on my car?
Once, actually, I remember it.
What was I
One day
doing?
in the summer, you were trying to put on your balances on the 240.
I think you actually left early that day.
I helped a little bit though.
For like 20 minutes, and then it started getting dark, and I was trying to put on an aftermarket Vertex bumper.
This guy, get a load of this guy, man. I live in a
Then you
different city,
left.
and he's always blasting me for not hanging out.
It's just crazy, bro. I think I got a lot of hours chilling with this car, chilling with that car out there. It's just funny how that works. Can you? He goes, I can break it loose.
How's that? Yeah, you got it? Oh, I said, geez. Try my best, okay?
Maybe we should just use the money we spend on our cars on tools.
Can't break no loose. Here's your scrape yard lesson of the day. 150 coilovers might sound like a good idea at the time, but just know that you get what you pay for. I'm not trying to bag on these guys. They must be rushing them out, but this bolt doesn't want to go here. It's just a fitment issue. The bottom's already bolted in, and what I'm saying is I didn't have these kind of problems when I was bolting up the VCs.
It's because this knuckle can still move like this. It's not a height issue. It's wobbling it back and forth.
I don't think so. So we, what Jake recommended didn't work. Usually it does, I'm not trying to bag. What I'm saying is this has to come down a little bit. This is eccentric, but it needs to be a little bit more. So it's a good thing we have one of these laying around.
Is this how you adjust camber on this? Like OEM?
No.
No? What would
There's
this?
a camber bolt. There's an eccentric camber bolt underneath it on the bottom. So safety first.
All right, at this point, I don't know why you want to gas them up. Like, I try and push them through again. Oh, you can't.
Might just need a little
Basically, these three
watch out.
don't want to go in without a little oomph to them. Super cute, they paint match that. You went through? Did it go? We thought we were gonna have to drum on that one too. But we're gonna leave it for this week and come back and finish it later.
I'm gonna send you a picture of it sitting slammed in the front.
These rears are actually drag radials, so it makes sense. Holy shit, the weather's perfect. It's been a super nice day. I took the day off of work and have just been kind of buttoning things up on the 240. We went and saw Initial D last night at Marcus Theaters, and here's the burnout we did. But for the 240, I just kind of finished up a couple different things on the door swap. I realized there was this little tiny striker that was going right here, and it basically sat here and would drive the top of the seatbelt latch. Now what would happen is that you could see where it kind of indented this piece, and so what I did is I basically pulled those out and just ended up taking them out with a vice grip, and because there was a couple Torx bits which I didn't have, so I took those out and now the door shuts perfectly fine. Last night me and T-Man really had to slam that bitch to get it to shut, but now not bad at all, dude. For a freaking 20-year-old car, usually they sound like they're about to fall apart if you slam the door too hard, so I'm really happy with it. Then I tried to readjust the bride seat as much as I could. I have an old bride seat rail off of Joel's WRX that I got this seat from, and I'm thinking about maybe just modifying the slider if I don't get enough money for the Street Faction one. But look at that clearance, it's so much nicer. And then another thing I did today is, I guess you can't really tell in this, but it does look pretty nice. The reflection's pretty crazy. I ended up clay barring the rear end because it had a ton of overspray from the white spray paint when we did the cage. So did that, and I mean, it's pretty good. It's good for the most part. I think John still wants to finish polishing the whole car